Your questions about business, career, personal development, and achieving the American dream are more than welcome. Email them to info@makinitnow.com. Now back to more Making It with Tommy and Todd.
All right, we're back, and it's time for our final segment of the day, Making It or Breaking It. Okay, interesting segment today, guys. Has to do with IQ tests, and as two businessmen who are extremely critical and have extremely high standards for the people in your organizations, I think this topic will be very relevant to both of you, and you'll have a lot of really good commentary. So for today, our topic...
No pressure.
No pressure at all. That was, no setup.
No.
Should there be less restrictions on pre-employment IQ tests? And by that, I mean, right now you're currently allowed to test somebody's IQ or test their skills if it's directly relevant to the job that they're applying for. Yeah. Should you just be able to overall test and judge whatever you deem appropriate?
Well, I first want to state, Brittany, that
yes.
I did not give you an IQ test when you applied for this job because
that's true.
I realized that you were much smarter than me and Todd,
well, I don't know about that.
we would be humiliated when we found out just exactly what your IQ was. So,
well, you just tapped into the problem here.
Yeah.
Actually, I think all of us are extremely competitive.
The
and
fear of humiliation.
We're in a group where we've all at some point competed on our online scores of our IQ tests.
Yes.
So, it's quite the opposite. But, yeah.
Well, we happen to know each other's IQ, so
yes.
that was just a setup.
Yes.
Well,
ahead,
it's against, it's actually illegal, to test someone's IQ, their general IQ for a job when it doesn't specifically have to do with their job.
Okay, so what
And
specifically,
so
Todd, explain more. What specifically can you test?
So, for instance, if you're applying for an accountant job, you can give someone a math test.
Oh.
If you're applying for a interior designer job, you can give someone a design test or something.
Okay.
But you can't give someone a IQ test to see. We want people who have a certain IQ to work here, period.
Really?
We just want to test the engine itself.
Okay.
And, this is all part of the whole PC thing, and everyone has to get the same grade. And
everybody gets a ribbon.
Everyone gets a ribbon.
Well, what would happen, this college graduate comes to you and you test their IQ and you sit down with them. You're really qualified. You did well in college, but you just aren't smart enough. I mean, what would that be like? And wouldn't that be devastating to the person? And none of us are in business to devastate people.
Let's put it this way. I'm sure it would be devastating to them, but you know what's more devastating? I've personally been through a situation where you hire people on, you do not take enough precaution, testing them out in certain areas ahead of time.
Right.
Then you get them into a management level position, and then you realize that the IQ is too low. And not from a test, from the reality of the play out of, I'm sorry, you're literally not smart enough to handle this job and the responsibilities you sold me on that you said you wanted, and you sold me on being qualified, and now I'm in over my head and have made a financial mistake realizing that you're not.
I wonder, we all recognize, for instance, that doctors and lawyers have to be very smart to get through medical school or law school. Do they do any IQ testing before they are admitted into medical school or law school? I don't think so. I think they go by their SAT scores and so on and so forth. And do those kinds of testings have any direct relationship to intelligence?
Well, yes, interesting enough. I did work at The Ohio State University Med School when I was in college, and I was working with a woman who was doing IQ testing for the purpose of helping students who were not doing well on their MCATs. So they were having problems, and so she was actually using the IQ tests to kind of like take a stand for them and say, look, this person's really, really, really smart. In this case, they were extremely, in the 99th percentile and above on visual IQ.
Okay.
But then their verbal IQ was lacking. So that was making them appear that they were failing in certain parts of med schools they were going through. And then when they were taking their MCATs and, trying to graduate and get board certified, that specific deficit in their IQ, in that part of their IQ, was causing a problem in reality.
Yeah.
I agree. I think, there's a lot of PC around this, around this taboo subject of calling someone not smart enough to do something.
Right.
But I agree that you can have a very high IQ in one area and low in another, and you still can become successful in that area where your IQ's high.
Right.
There's physical IQ, so you could have a genius level IQ physically, like some athlete, and low in math or something.
Of course.
But the point being is the employer should have the right to test and take the information and as he or she sees fit to judge a person.
So you think they should be able to give an IQ test, which is only one measurement of intelligence.
Exactly.
I think you should be able to, besides getting into someone's personal life, obviously, but I think you should be able to use a number of determinants to see if someone's can work for you. I mean, employers are looking at their at potential hire employees' Facebook pages and stuff.
And use it to
so people are doing things outside of the traditional interview.
Well, and use it to see where somebody's strengths are.
Well, what everybody needs is my wife, because somebody can walk into the room and before they sit down, she's already decided they do or do not have the skills and intellect to do the job.
She's harsher than an IQ test.
And she is right 99.9% of the time.
Great show today.
All right, check us out on our website, makinitnow.com. We have new clips up on our YouTube channel, and you can also see them on our homepage. Until next week,
keep making it. We're out of here.
This has been Makin It, the source for information, insights, interviews, and in-the-trench advice for startups, struggling, and early-stage entrepreneurs and business owners nationwide.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, staff, management, or advertisers.
For more information, contact Tommy or Todd at 855-MAKIN IT. That's 855-625-4648. Or at their email address, info@makinitnow.com. Thank you for listening to Makin It.